Every race, every background, every story. Part of these
Hello.
Hey there, Andy. How are you?
Doing well. How are you, sir?
I'm all right, thanks. Interesting times in which we're living.
There's the understatement of this week.
Now, is this meeting being live streamed too?
I don't know the answer to that.
Yes, it is.
Okay. That sounded like Oscar.
Yes, it does. Sandy, I don't see Kevin. Ah, here he comes. There we go.
And we're currently live streaming.
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Hi, world. Please ignore my hair. We had a power outage. It's been a day. Just let me tell you.
Did you
How
put
old
your
are you,
finger in
Sandy?
the socket or something?
I haven't been able to get to MTC to get my hair done.
How old are your birds, Jackie?
They went out last night.
Oh my
So,
goodness, that was
We don't have
fortunate.
power. Uh-huh. But I don't have power, so I'm at my in-laws' house tonight. So thanks to them.
Well, you look fine, Jackie.
Oh, thanks. I look like I really need some MTC time.
This is Michael. How do I look? Do I look okay? I'm gonna keep.
Do you really want to know?
You need a shave.
Oh, okay. Take some letters off my name.
Last time I believe you were on your back porch. This view isn't nearly as nice.
I know. See, so I was out wrestling a gazebo in the rain. So I'm gonna leave my video off.
All right, Mr. Hutton. You have the floor.
Hi, Charlotte.
Hey, Andy, how are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Deb.
Yeah.
Can you hear us, Kevin? He's not
I
muted.
don't know.
Let me text him real quick.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, how y'all?
Good.
I guess most of us are good. Michael is hiding.
I'm still hiding.
We just had a thunderstorm go through here that was pretty incredible. So
Yeah. And now the sun is shining.
yeah,
And it's shining behind Kevin.
Yes, it is.
He's having some audio issues, so I just asked him to leave and then return. Let's see.
He
Andy.
has to do the whole meeting through the chat box.
Does anyone know sign language?
I know how to
Very
clap.
little.
But- Not for public consumption.
I know, friend.
Sandy, is it any better now? Sandy Rinker was also having audio trouble. So I'm not sure if I mean, she's muted now, but I'm not sure if she is better. Kevin?
I like your background, Lowell.
Thanks.
Are you connected, Kevin?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, you are. Good.
I was going for Harry Potter.
Like it.
So Sandy basically is taking all the suspense away, so we will not have to guess this time who is who.
Oh, that's right. She had a great screen name last time.
Yes. I just counted participants and I figured out who it was. That's why I said, I'm not telling.
Yeah, we noticed you were keeping that secret, Oscar.
Yeah. Hey, that's, you know, that's what we do. Need to know. It also creates plausible deniability.
And your board lets you get away with that.
Not usually. I'm just a guest here and the internet host, so.
And we need,
All right, little change in secretary today. Jill Glick is at the beach, and I asked her to work and she refused. No, I'm just kidding. So I have Julie Maxwell with us today. She's going to be the one that will be taking care of roll call and the vote and all that good stuff. So Julie, are you out there?
I am.
Very
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay,
So,
great.
Julie, if you don't mind going ahead and calling for attendance, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Do you wish for me to call each person's name then?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay. Deb Fitzgerald,
Here.
Kayleen Siegel,
Present.
Obie Hill,
Going once, going twice.
yep. Andy Cohen,
Here,
Nick Swain,
Here,
Kristen Laughlin,
She has a birthday party.
Jackie Lohr,
here,
Renee Reed.
She won't be
Charlotte
able to be
McQuilkin,
here.
Dr. Charlotte McQuilkin,
Here.
Dan Breeden. All right, Lowell Folk,
President.
Dr. Scheichel,
Present.
and Dr. Richards.
Here.
Okay,
Great. Well, I thank you all for joining us this afternoon or this evening. We just had a heck of a thunderstorm come through our house, and our power, we almost lost power. So I was a little bit worried about that, but we're good to go now. This will be very short. Just needed to take the time like we talked about, and after the meeting on May 4th, we weren't ready to vote on the budget yet because we were still waiting on some variables. Fortunately, all of that has come through now, and the budget is ready to be voted on. So just wanted to do that really quick this afternoon and have another discussion with that, and then we can continue. So everything I presented on May the 4th is the exact same budget that you all received earlier this week for the meeting today. There were no changes. The local expenditure for both the county and the city were the same as they were on March 4th, or I'm sorry, on May 4th. Just really quick, our budget for next year is going to be $29,745 less. And that is therefore maintaining the same budget we had the previous year. That decrease again is last year, Harrisonburg Economic Group and the Rockingham Economic Group gave us $30,000 for our cybersecurity renovation lab. As we've talked about, that lab is now complete, so we will not be receiving that money next year. So that is the reason for the difference of almost 30,000. So that puts us at $6,010,268 for a total budget. And pretty much all revenue figures stayed the same from previous year. If you look at continuing ed, they're pretty much all the same as previous, hoping to continue that success and continue to making over $1 million in our adult education program. So if you look at the local expenditure, then what you will see by maintaining the same budget is that the Rockingham County share is exactly the same it was the previous year. Talked to Cheryl Mast, and she is approval of that number again. And the city did go down a little bit of $1,278 just through the changes of the health insurance and the increase in VRS and those sorts of things. Once you start putting all that in and you do the percentages, it does have a little bit less money for the city. Remember, like we talked about in May, this budget, even though it is the same amount of money that we received last year, it does include about a $90,000 cut. And that's just because we are expecting or projecting a 5% increase in health insurance. And we are projecting a little percentage increase in our VRS contributions. So that money still had to be allocated in the budget. So that did create a $90,000 cut in the budget to be able to absorb those increasing costs. Again, we were able to take some of that money out. We had a part-time collision repair teacher that just came back for this year to finish up some second-year students. He will not need to come back next year. So that is where we were able to take a lot of the majority of the money from his salary. And then also we took some money away from some repairs and maintenance, some site improvement. We did keep educational supplies the same. I did not take any money out of educational supplies because obviously we want to continue to give teachers the same amount of resources and money as they've received in the past in order to continue their programs. So we took money from other areas, more large school fund appropriations instead of trying to take it out of individual programs. I want to make sure we try to be consistent and be able to give teachers the same resources we have in the past. So there's pretty much how it all fell out. You can see, which is kind of interesting, that if you look at the Harrisonburg share and the Rockingham share, they remain the same of the percentage of enrollment over the last 3 years. So we're still at a 85% at the high school level for Rockingham and a 15% for Harrisonburg. And then the numbers for the continuing ed were pretty much only changed by 1 percentage point. So that wasn't very much either when you look at the percentage breakdown. I do want to tell you, as of yesterday, our enrollment numbers were 1,051, which is very impressive. That's about 100 more kids enrolled right now than were enrolled last year at this time. So it's great to see students realizing the great opportunities that we can give them at MTC. And again, it's your all support of being able to provide the resources and the funding to be able to give all of those students a great opportunity. I do want to thank the Harrisonburg City. Next year will be the first year that sophomores are going to be allowed to attend MTC. And a lot of the restrictions that were placed on the past have been lifted. And I really contribute that a lot to the current leadership. So thank you all very much on the Harrisonburg side. And your numbers are increasing. Right now, we are about 185 Harrisonburg kids for next year, which is about 30 to 35 more than last year. So we are seeing Harrisonburg go up, and which is just phenomenal and great. So thank you to the Harrisonburg leadership for the continuing supporting of MTC and allowing more kids the opportunity to take advantage.
Very, very happy to do it, Kevin.
Thank you very much. So at this time, we will open the floor to any questions on the proposed budget.
I have a question for you, Kevin. This is Oscar.
Sure.
So you built in the 5% health insurance increase into your expenditures?
Yes.
Okay. And of course, your staff are receiving health insurance through Rockingham County Schools.
Correct.
The Board of Supervisors today passed their budget. We passed a revised budget on Monday. And at this point, there's a very good chance, and we anticipate that this is going to come through, that health insurance cost is not going to increase. So you may have that money available. Obviously, again, we'll work with Cheryl on that, but that was a piece of very good news that was brought to the Board of Supervisors today. And also, I mentioned that to the school board on Monday. So for us, on our end, that's a significant amount of money, and it may very well be, something that you will have some flexibility with as well if this budget is approved as is. We hold a lot of money in reserve just in case, that sales tax revenue and all the other things, lottery, and we don't know yet about the emergency General Assembly session. But, if that materializes as we expect, then you have a little bit of a cushion there. So I just wanted to let you and the board members know that was the latest information from health insurance, from the health insurance side.
Your Santa Clauses tonight.
Forgot my hat.
Thank you very much. So that's great news. Yeah, because that's
of an elf. It's the board members that are giving you the present.
Yeah, because that was about a $50,000 expense for us of the 90,000. So that would be great news, because then we can put that money back into some of the bigger school project funds that we had to cut. So thank you, Oscar, for that. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate the Board of Supervisors from Rockingham County and all they did today approving the school budget. So thank you. Any other questions?
Jackie, you got to unmute.
You're on mute, Ms. Laura.
Thank you. Glad you guys saw my lips moving. Since Obi's not here, do you want me to call for a vote?
You can, or Julie can, either way. I was going to have Julie. First, I need a motion, and then a second.
Yeah, I need a motion. Do I have a motion?
I'll move
I
to
so moved.
So Andy Cohen moved. Do we have a second?
Nick seconded.
Nick seconded.
You asked about if we have sign language. Yes. Second.
So I have to put up a one.
This is all in favor. Aye.
Do we have any further? Do we have any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll ask for a roll call vote. Can you do that, Julie?
Yes, ma'am, I can. Deb Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Kayleen Siegel,
Aye.
Dr. Andy Cohen,
Aye.
Nick Swain,
Aye.
Jackie Lohr,
Aye.
Dr. Charlotte McQuilkin,
Aye.
Lowell Folk.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
The motion passes unanimously, and I'll turn the floor back over to Mr. Hutton.
Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate that. Thank you. Really appreciate, again, the support. I know that 6 million is not a small figure. And so thank you all, every one of you all, for just continuing to support MTC and letting us continue to offer these 21 programs. So next year, probably over 1,000 high school kids, and for us continuing to offer our 55 to 60 classes to our adult education students, where we are probably servicing 1,000 to 1,200 people in that program a year, and then obviously all of our work with GED and ESL. So, MTC, as you know, it's a big part of our community and really does a great job in providing a lot of opportunities for people. And as a business owner myself, I really feel that with COVID-19, I think we're going to have a lot of people this fall that are going to be looking for a new career and new training. And we're looking forward to providing that service. And Sandy and I have had a lot of great conversations about what that increase is going to look like and how we're going to handle it. I got to commend Sandy. She's actually going to start her fall classes earlier this year. We're just trying to prepare, hopefully not, but if we do have a second wave come November and December, we're going to try to be done before Thanksgiving for the fall session. And that way we'll be able to handle that. So we're already in that discussion too, Sandy and I, and Sandy has done a great job. We're actually going to be offering, we got to finish up some classes from the winter spring session. I think there's 3 classes that still need to be completed. And we're in discussions with those kids about how we're going to get that done starting June 22nd for a couple of weeks. And the only other big thing on the high school side is we still need to get some kids a credential test. So now that we're in phase 2, my administrative team is going to be meeting here very soon about how that's going to look. And hopefully sometime in July, we're going to have a testing week and bringing kids in very small numbers to take their credential test. Because we've got some high school kids that will make significantly more money hourly if they have an ASE or a X-ray or EPA or that attached to their name when they go in for employment. So they're very interested and want to take these credential tests because they know they'll be rewarded in the workforce. And we still need to provide that, and we will this summer. So that's my comments. Julie, if you don't mind calling roll call for comments, and then we'll let people continue with their summer.
Okay. Deb Fitzgerald.
Well, let me just say thanks for everything that you guys have done. I know this has been an incredibly difficult year. It's especially wonderful to hear that the people who got caught up in the springtime by not being able to finish up and sort of put the bow on their coursework and their credentials are going to be able to get that done sooner rather than later. Because I know it's not always, we don't just do it for the money, but enabling them to get the reward for all the hard work that they've done, it's going to be great. I know my institution at Blue Ridge is getting ready to do the same thing with a host of nursing and vet tech students who auto repair students could not complete their coursework in the spring because it required hands-on stuff. So kudos for that.
Thank you.
Kayleen Siegel.
Well, I just want to say I did attend to the graduation, and it was pretty interesting of being in the drive-in, but listening to it on the radio. And I did hear, now were there 3 recipients for the foundation?
There were a total of 7.
Oh,
and then there were a total of 7 that was given. 1 is an adult. And then
okay.
then there's the 5 high schools and then 1 private school. But we had 4 kids that attended the ceremony of the 7 foundation scholarships that were given this year.
Okay. Because I was trying to write them down, and it's like, oh, that one. And it was $750 each, correct?
$750, and again, that's usually given to the kid at the community leaders breakfast, which unfortunately got canceled. So we took that opportunity at the graduation to be able to recognize the students.
Gotcha.
And then Chris has done a huge social media blitz on all of that also. So people that didn't attend the graduation still would get the information.
Awesome.
And it's even on the homepage of our website too, I believe.
Okay.
Of those 7 kids.
Okay. Well, I think you guys did a wonderful job, despite the whole COVID situation. But I believe that you made lemonade out of lemons, and I just applaud you for that.
Well, Kaylee, thank you for attending. I know Obi was there too.
Mhm,
So,
yes.
Thank you all very much for attending. And, I can't say that it was all MTC for sure. A lot of that work was done by Doug Aldifer for Rockingham County. The stage, the sound, the bathrooms, the EMT, the tow truck if people's batteries died, the live streaming, the videos, all that. Doug Aldifer put all that together. So he made it very easy for myself and the other 4 Rockingham County high schools to do what we did. So definitely need to thank him. And next time you see him, definitely thank him because he worked really hard on that. A lot of the coordination, a lot of phone calls, and really allowed us to just show up and do our thing. And it was really cool.
And Oscar and I started a new tradition.
That's right.
Because I forgot. I guess I didn't get the memo, and I showed up in full regalia. And so Oscar was very nice and said he would wear his too.
So you started the tradition, and I just bailed you out, is what you said.
I owe you one.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't
think we should continue to do it that way.
Yeah,
the 2 of us anyway. It's a nice.
I agree.
Yeah.
You bring that to the ceremony. So
I don't think Dr. Richards thought it was hot enough, so he wanted
Right.
he wanted to make sure that he was
to add
hot
his
on stage.
his velvet gown. Yeah,
Right.
you looked great.
Thanks.
Dr. Andy Cohen.
Well, 2 things. A comment, Michael just never took the gown off. He wore it all last week, so he had to wear it into the weekend.
That's right.
I want to offer Kevin my compliments on confronting both at the same time, an increase in enrollment and flat budget. That's a tough road. And I think you did it in the most, as best as I can tell, in the most humane way. And that's what we all ought to be about in education. It's about being humane and not taking it out on the people if we come up short in budgeting. So I give you applause, Kevin.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Nick Swain.
I just say thanks for all the work that's been done, and look forward to the upcoming school year.
Okay. Jackie Lohr.
My internet connection is unstable, so I'm just going to say I agree with everything that all the other board members have said, and thank you so much to all the staff at MTC for all you do. Excellent job. Thank you.
Dr. Charlotte McQuilkin.
I, along with Kayleen and Obi, attended the graduation ceremony on Sunday afternoon. It was absolutely wonderful. Anthony Slater did an outstanding job with his commencement remarks on being essential. And I believe that Massanutten Technical Center is an essential part of our educational system. So we are glad that you are here and doing such a wonderful job. We're thrilled about the increase of enrollment for next year.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It was a great day. And I agree with you. I thought Anthony's message was perfect, especially his message about them being an advantage because they attended MTC and now having those essential traits. Very happy with that message. I thought he did a phenomenal job.
Lowell Folk.
I just want to say congratulations on having a successful year in a very challenging time. And I did hear good things about the graduation ceremony, and you folks are doing good work, excellent work. You've got a good team. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, we did. Sure did.
Dr. Scheichel.
Yeah, thanks to Kevin for putting together another plan for next year to make MTC even better. We have all kinds of really interesting conversations about what the future may hold there. Also, of course, to the boards, both of the school boards, so this executive board for making it possible financially. And then also to Michael Richards. So, for next year, because there are so many unknowns and so many different ways we can possibly accomplish, the goals at MTC and in the school divisions, we will have to work together quite a bit to ensure that the plans in Harrisonburg and the plans in Rockingham are aligned enough for both my dogs back there, but also so that they're aligned well enough that we can, make sure that students can come to MTC again with all the guidelines in place and be successful. And I'm looking forward to that work with Dr. Richards as well. He's been an amazing partner to talk to. Thank you.
Thank you, Oscar. Am I next?
Yes, sir, you are, Dr. Richards.
So I want to say that I totally agree with Oscar. We work very well together. MTC is one of those points at which our work really converges, but it converges in many other areas as well. And I think we make a good team. Rockingham and Harrisonburg are going to face some huge challenges, as we all know, as we face reopening in the fall. And I think that continued conversations, Oscar and I try to talk every Friday, actually, very important. I want to invite Kevin into our task force at some point so he can share his thoughts about reopening in the fall as well. So again, I'll just say that I want to agree with that. So thank you. Thank you all. Thank the board. Thank Kevin. Great job. It's a very exciting and another odd year coming up.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Richards and Dr. Seiko. We've got an interesting summer in front of us, that's for sure. But I know, between the three of us, we're definitely going to come up with a plan that's going to be very positive and allow MTC continue to progress in the right direction. So I think what's reassuring to myself and reassuring to my team is that we have two superintendents that MTC is a goal for them, and that they are concerned and they know that they want MTC to continue to do well. And that means a lot to myself and my team, that the support of the two superintendents really means that whatever plan comes up within the fall, it'll be the right plan. And it'll be the plan that allows both school divisions and MTC to continue to do very well. So before we even come up with a plan, I want to thank both of them because I know under their leadership, we're in the right direction. And like as Oscar says, I kind of agree with him. We had a high school principals meeting today, and I agree with him. I think we're in a great situation right now to really be innovative and really think outside of the box and really think about how can education look in the future and which ways can we make moves now that really makes education even better and in essence makes MTC even better. So just it's going to be hard work, but I think at the same time it's going to be very rewarding in the end. So just thank you to everybody. All right, if we're done with comments, I'll adjourn the meeting. I'm headed to Florida in 2 days, so you guys have a great summer, and I'm looking forward to a great family vacation. And I just we'll talk some more as the school year goes. So thank you, everybody.
Have a great time,
Hopefully not
Kevin.
driving NASCAR.
Safe travel.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Have a great summer.
All right.